All right, here we are, Impact and Influence Radio right here on iHeart. Today's broadcast is brought to you by Blinds of Sacramento, Sacramento's complete solution window covering experts. Give them a call, 916-790-8689 or blindsofsacramento.com. Now today, we're hanging out with John Poindexter, local business consultant, and we're going to be learning about who he is and what he does and his infamous Growth Toolbox. We're going to be learning about this. I'm really, really looking forward to this. So, how you doing, brother?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thanks for coming out.
Thank you.
Which event did we meet at? Did we meet at that one in Rockland?
The Way Mixer.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That was a good one. That was the one with all the golf things, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have one of those in this building.
Well, we should go after it.
We should go do that. All right. So, who are you? Who is John Poindexter?
Yeah, I want to start out with, I grew up with a speech impediment.
Okay.
It held me back a long, long time. Mm-hmm. And fairly recently, I decided I'm just going to embrace it. Mm-hmm. I open every conversation. I explain I have a speech impediment. And then it goes away.
Is that like the elephant in the room kind of thing?
Yeah, it was always, I always had anxiety around performing for people. And just my best advice is be who you are.
Yeah.
And
have fun with it.
Yeah, and just be accepted for who you are.
But have fun with it.
Yeah.
Have fun with it.
Yeah.
You know, for me, so I grew up with a lazy eye, and I still have it. It usually comes out when I get tired.
Yeah.
And my wife will go, "Yep, you're getting tired." And I go, "Oh, yeah, I know what that means." You know, but like when I was a kid, you know, the kids would go, "When you cry, do your tears cross too?" And then
That's not right.
You know, it's not. But you think about it as you get older, and you're like, "Man, that was a good joke."
It was.
Yeah. So now, when people say, "Are you looking at me?" I go, "Yeah. I'm looking at you. I've crossed eyes, and yes, when I cry, my tears cross too." And then it turns into, you know, and you just make light of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nobody can tear you down.
Nobody can do that anymore. You did it. It's out in the open.
Yeah. No, it's crazy stuff. I wore glasses when I was a kid, and the glasses were corrective, so they would correct the eyes. So the eyes weren't crossed anymore. And so I think it was about 8th grade. There was this kid named Matt Smith, and he was just a punk. And he decided one day he wanted to punch me in the face. I don't remember saying anything to the guy, which is actually quite surprising because I'm a talker. But I don't remember saying anything to him, and he punched me in the face, and he broke the glasses off my face. That was the last time I ever wore glasses for my crossed eyes.
Wow.
And crazy thing. So that's just what we do, right?
Yeah.
We do it. When with your speech, did it get in the way at school and stuff?
It did.
Yeah.
Like just day-to-day conversations. If I had to talk in front of the class for any reason, it was quite awful.
Yeah.
I would get certain teachers I would allow to get past, but at the same time, I wish I didn't. Going back.
It makes you so much stronger, though.
Yeah. So, I think it just got to the point where I decided to stop hiding, and I feel better. I feel good about who I am, and I have a lot to offer. And
very interesting. So, what do you do, brother?
What I do is I help business owners find their way as far as if you're overwhelmed, whether it's too many points of input, because we have so many inputs these days, help consolidate that, find that, improve communication.
Good Lord, I have so many people to introduce you to. Okay, keep going.
And just eventually we'll have a unified view of everything. So we take the chaos and we bring clarity.
So I can think of 3 people right now that I need to introduce you to. One is Sherry Seagraves. We got to get you in contact with her.
Okay.
I got to get you in contact with Ben Bliss, and I got to get you in contact with Mike Amico. And these 3 guys, I mean, really, you could be assets to them. They could be assets to you. And it's just, a team. It's just, and I know enough already just in what we're talking about beforehand to know that you're going to have a lot to offer today. So you're helping businesses. You just started this company, but you did this for 10 years.
Yeah, I came from the corporate environment, and I felt it was time to to be on my own and be able to make the final choices and what happens.
Mm-hmm. And so you were, were you teaching leadership? Were you helping businesses scale? Were you working from the inside, helping the business scale?
Yeah, I worked from the inside with, we had up to 25 companies that I would, I'd be a consultant for. So I have a lot of corporate experience.
Okay. And now, what are some of the specialties that the things that you do that can solidify the growth of these companies?
I would say my specialties just no matter how it shows up in one business, I could recognize the signs from my patterns. The patterns exactly, and I just know exactly how to fix that and optimize it.
And so the business owner comes to you. You're trying to figure out, or they're trying to figure out how to grow their business. What's the first thing you do? You sit them down and figure out.
Yeah, we have. I'd say it's an extensive audit. I sometimes I hate to put people through it, but it's necessary to understand exactly where it is, what's the hang up, but before we even talk about what I can do to fix it. I just need to do the discovery, and it just takes some time, but it's important to get that done.
Passion. Why are you so passionate about this? Where did all this come from?
I think I love to help people, and my mom, she would sponsor people from the Philippines to immigrate over here, and we would happily allow them to stay in our house for a good 6 months. It all blends together now, but and I just saw over a lifetime they were always eternally grateful to her, and I have a passion to help because that's the example.
But why business?
It's kind of it just kind of clicks. Like it just makes sense in my head, and I can turn what makes sense into my head to actual.
Do you think that
results?
Do you think that your stutter, the psychological element, do you think that actually helps you pinpoint? It's like a stutter essentially is a pattern, right? And you find that there's a it's a pattern. And do you think that your brain processes patterns better and can identify the puzzle in the pattern better with the business because of that? Like it actually works in your favor?
I think so. It's kind of hard to explain. Like, VCRs. Everybody's always had problems blinking back in the day. I would never see this brand. I would never do it. I'd just touch a couple buttons and it was right. So it's just like it just figured things out. I don't know how, so I'm just applying it.
It's just the way your brain works.
Yeah.
It's just the way your brain works. You're a problem solver.
Yeah.
Did you go to school for this kind of stuff? I mean, Sherry, she's got a PhD in this.
Oh no, I'm not quite PhD.
She's on a whole other level.
Yeah. In the process of my bachelor's, and I have an extensive background in electronics. I have associates in electronics, so a bunch of hand-on experience as well as classroom experience.
Very interesting, dude. Very interesting. Now,
thank you.
The Growth Toolbox.
Yes, sir.
Explain to me what this is, dude.
All right. So the concept is we have the intake, and we discover exactly what's going on with your business, and then we have 3 layers. We have like the foundational layer. If you need a website, we can build a website. If you need social media, we could do that.
Okay.
But where it really the magic starts to happen is when you go to the optimization level, and that's where we build a system. So let's say you have a Facebook post or something. you'll know about that post. You'll know about the direct message, and if you have something from somewhere else like Instagram, you'll know about that. Just put it in like one place. We'll do the auto replies. If you get a phone call, we'll get an AI receptionist.
Okay.
And then the third level was then you would have like it's kind of like an executive dashboard, right?
Uh-huh.
So the people in charge, let's say, of your company, I'm going to build you this dashboard. Then you'll be able to see. We'll take all those inputs from the outgoing, from the social media, from your channels, and you'll have all your key components, your KPIs. You'll be able to see them, so you'll be able to make faster.
Are you building the back office for this?
Yeah. So
you do all the programming and everything on the back end, and then it's a plug and play for the different businesses, and gives them a dashboard that they can see. Yeah. Very interesting.
Yeah. So it's kind of customized, but to the point where there'll be some onboarding time. But if there is an API, we can make it happen.
Very interesting. My biggest complaint with APIs is the what is it, the Cloudflare. The security, that wall that you have to feed it in, and then it has to feed out the other side. And for some reason, Cloudflare just likes to screw everything up, and then the API doesn't come out the other side, and then nothing works. Yeah, because we do coding. All of this stuff that we've done is all of our own coding.
Nice.
And I got to the point where I said, you know what? I don't want to use APIs anymore. We're going to build all of our own everything, and that's what we've done. We just built all our own stuff. Yeah,
I find to the point where we'll try to work with the legacy stuff, but it might be my recommendation to start over with certain things.
Yeah, just build all our own. Yeah. And then you own it. It's yours. Yeah. Exactly. What type of clients are you looking for, dude?
I find people with like 250,000 to 3 million in revenue. They would have the need and the capacity to.
What if the business is already really efficient already? I mean, do you think you can come in and make it more efficient? Or do you want to go in there and try to scale it, try to grow that business?
I'd want to talk to the business owner, see what their ultimate goal is. Yeah. And do that interview. And if there's something else we could do, we could add.
I've got to get you in contact with these people, dude.
We'll find a way. There's no real plateau, but if they're really efficient, then I'm not going to pretend that they need help.
I love how your mind works. There's just something so fascinating about it. And I've never had, I've been recording, doing these radio shows for 12 years. We've done, 1,500 of these things, maybe 1,200 of them. And so that's a lot of people. And I've never had somebody come in with the speech issues that you've got. And I'm looking at it as a blessing, not as a curse, because your brain is doing something that my brain doesn't do or can't do. Yeah. And you've got that analytical thing, and I see what's happening. You're trying to get the word out, and it gets stuck, and it's almost like your brain is feeding in the next word and feeding in the next word, and it's still trying to get out the other word.
Sometimes this is a crutch. It's a
but your brain is processing very quickly.
I've got a thesaurus where I say something that lands marginally well, but I really want to say something else, but I just can't say that for whatever reason. So I have settled to say something less effective, but say it. And I think that part of this discovery and this process here is actually just trying to say the word I want to say and take my time and stutter and be with that. So people at home are going to hear that's...
Have you written books yet?
No.
You need to be.
Seriously. I have a draft of one.
No. You need to get this stuff out, and I'll show you how easy it is to get these out. I think that I think you're at the ground. You're really at the groundbreaking level here with your business. I think you're going to do really well growing yours. Clearly, you've worked with companies over the years and helped them grow theirs, and I think that people are going to find a direction. Even if they are working with somebody, let's say that they're working with 3 other business consultants at the same time. I think they're going to find something very different with you, and I think it's going to be very analytical. I can see the way your brain is processing what's happening. It's very interesting to actually be watching it happen, and it's just such a cool thing. It's just a really cool thing. GrowthToolbox.app, GrowthToolbox.app, 916-892-0680, 916-892-0680. Anything you want to add before we get out of here, man?
I appreciate your time. I appreciate the platform. I'm excited to be here.
No, this is super cool, and like I said, I want to introduce you to these people, and I'll show you how to get in contact with them once we get out of here. Thank you guys so much for listening. GrowthToolbox.app, 916-892-0680. If you're trying to take your business to the next level and you're not sure which direction to go, it's kind of like on the Wizard of Oz when the scarecrow is standing there at the four-way and he goes, "Which way did he go?" And he takes both arms, and that's what business is like. Yeah. It's like, it could be any which way, and it could be right, it could be wrong, and they could all be the right way. And somebody like you is going to come in and ask those questions and help them along the way. And that's just how it works. 916-892-0680. Thank you so much for being here, dude.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely. And thank you so much for listening. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.